Well, hey folks. So the greenhouse kit is getting delivered this week, but this is our current status at ground zero, building it, working on the foundation. So we're finishing digging for the footers, and the work is slow going because it has to be hand dug. Well, it doesn't have to be, but for us, it's the most cost-effective way to ensure precision and level ground. Brian continues using his impact drill to chisel away at large rock, and I hop in to try to lend a hand, even though Brian has already done 75% of the digging already while I was gone selling art over the weekend. But I forgot just how heavy some of these digging tools are, especially the pickaxe. But the good news is that the footings trench is finally complete. Probably the hardest labor of the greenhouse build is behind us. The next step is to lay out the rebar. And then after the rebar is done, then we call for an inspection so we can get approval to be able to pour concrete into these footers. But in the meantime, we're ready for a bit of a break and a little bit of fun. Well, guys, that's the greenhouse coming along slowly but surely. Pretty soon that dirt pile is going to be gone. But you know us, we're always looking for resources and tools to help make the job easier. And we have a brand new resource to tell you about today. It is useful, has utility, but also I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So we are thrilled to partner with Mukkpet to introduce their brand new e-bike. Their brand new model is the Breeze. It's a cargo e-bike. So I know you guys have heard about e-bikes before. You've probably even ridden on one. But if you know anything about us living up in the mountains, you know that we live on some steep terrain. We've got big rocky mountains. We've got steep drives. We got a really steep driveway. And, you know, it's a breeze to be able to ride around on something to make that a lot easier. And if you guys have been watching us for a while, you know that me and Brian are both cycling enthusiasts. Now, Brian is the hardcore enthusiast. He loves pedaling up all those really steep climbs. In fact, that's where he's at right now. I would say I enjoy a leisurely bike ride a lot more. And it's been kind of tricky riding bikes around this territory. I actually haven't taken my road bike out hardly at all. Because every time I go out, we have to ride up this really steep drive and then a really steep driveway on the ride at the very end of the road. In any case, I was really excited to test out the Breeze to see if that was something that would fit my lifestyle. The first thing you'll notice is the construction on this bike is solid. I mean, it is built like a tank. It is an aluminum body, but check out those 4-inch fat tires. There's even a front fork suspension. It's got a really cushy seat, and so that makes going over the bumps and the washboarding on our dirt road a lot more comfortable and tolerable. Sometimes on a road bike, you're just, feels like you're jackhammering, but this is definitely a much smoother ride. Now, I know sometimes people worry about overseas imported products, but the quality on this bike is pretty decent. The Mukkpet Breeze uses Shimano gear shifting, and that's a top brand. Also, there is a 750 watt motor and 2 battery packs. That's what makes this model stick out from other models of e-bikes, is that there's 2 batteries, so you can get a lot more potential miles. This bike can go up to 100 miles in a single charge on the batteries. Now, the cargo rack on the bike can be customized with a basket or seats if you have small children. But even as is, it's sturdy enough to hold another person, and there's even footrests in the back for that purpose. The bike computer will alert you to speed and pedal assist modes. There's actually 5 levels of assistance, and you can pedal or just use the handlebar twist throttle to gain some more speed. This really feels more like a motorbike than an actual pedaling bike. I have to warn you though, the pedal assist on this bike is very strong, even on level 1. I got to practice climbing up some of the steepest hills in this area, and I didn't even need to go past level 1 to make it up the hill. But if your goal is to go fast, the higher levels will get you there. I think you can max out at about 28 miles an hour on level 5, and that's like barely pedaling on a flat surface. Brian thinks it would look cooler if the handlebars were lower and it was a little bit more aero profile, but I think he's kind of missing the point, because you don't need to be aero on this bike because it's got a motor, and you can just up the ante on the pedal assist to go faster and faster. You don't need to be in an aero position. So for me, it's being a lot more comfortable without having to bend over riding the bike. So I can sit upright comfortably, and I don't even have to work hard to go fast. For me, bike riding in the mountains is fun again. I can hop on, ride down to the mailboxes, grab the mail, strap it onto the back of the cargo, and back up to the house without tiring myself out or even dreading it. It's a mile down to our mailbox. I don't want to have to drive, make a special trip, start the car, waste a bunch of gas. Especially on a nice day, it's really actually kind of fun to get on the bike and go for a ride. If you're in the market for an e-bike, take a look. There's some really good sales on there right now. They've got a lot of things discounted, 20% off, 30% off, and there's even a special if you get 2. So if you're in the market for an e-bike, but you secretly kind of want a moped, this is definitely the model to look at because it's going to let you go really, really fast. But, for us, we have a very short window of nice weather in the summertime, and it's nice to be able to take your bike around and go places, and we've got the dirt roads to do that. And we could even, if we wanted to, ride down to the pub or ride down to the pizza place. It's about 4 or 5 miles down the road, and, we could definitely get there and back with the Mukkpet Breeze.
Sweet ride.
We got to get Brian's opinion now, guys, because I gave you a lot of info, but Brian's the bike guy, so what's he gonna say?
It's got a lot of power.
No joke, a lot of power.
Yeah, if you see the video portion where I was in the 4-wheeler and Amy was cruising up the hill, that grade is at least 10%, maybe even 12% where she's cruising up, so. And she's flying.
Yeah, it's definitely going quick.
So the big fat tires are really good on our road. Our road it's springtime for us pretty much, and they have not regraded the road, so there's lots of bumps in it. So
yeah.
It's good to have the shock on the front and then the big fat tires, so it really smooths it out.
And the cushy seat.
And the cushy seat for sure.
So it's definitely a smooth ride for the driver.
Yeah.
We got to get a cushier seat for
we do need a little
passenger.
A pad for the passenger.
But I know you're probably ready to critique it. There's probably some things that were concerning for you, being a bike guy.
Yeah. So I'm used to a race bike,
okay,
wheel arrow, all that kind of stuff. So. But for cruising around, it's comfortable.
Yeah.
I like the bamboo platform on the back. We can get a basket for it, and then we can easily put our mail in there and stuff.
Now the bike does come in just one size, so that's important to know, as it fits anyone 5'4" to 6'4" or something like that on their website. Now I'm 5'2", but I still fit comfortably on the bike. I can still ride it. That's okay.
But it's real easy to change it. So we were swapping back and forth quite a bit. It's real easy to change the height. So with this quick release on here, so the one thing I noticed is I've got a size 10.5 foot. If you're in a normal position, I would have my foot, the ball of my foot is on the pedal here. As you can see, I'm covering the back footrest. So I actually have to ride with my foot right in the middle of my foot in the arch. Otherwise, my shoe is going to hit the footrest.
Okay. But as far as customizing the bike, we could do more with the cargo rack for sure.
Yeah.
And then we could even put on the front. Now there's some screw holes here where you could put a front basket on.
Basket in the front, basket in the back, and you could get all your groceries on this.
So I guess it gets the Brian stamp of approval.
Stamp of approval, yeah.
But I definitely recommend it for people that are looking for an e-bike that maybe want more power and less bicycle. I mean, you can certainly ride this without any kind of assistance from the motor. You'll be impressed if you're just wanting a bike to get around on. This definitely rides like a moped. Anyway, I think we'll have some fun with it.
We've already been having, we've had it for a week and we've been tooling around. So.
Yeah, we've been having a lot of fun, guys. But thanks for tuning in. We'll put some links in the video description so you guys can check it out and get a good deal on the Mukkpet Breeze. Well, time to get back to work on the greenhouse. See you guys.
All right, bye-bye.